Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. Today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. Instead of just highlighting one new model, we're going to be taking a look at 5 unique German watches that you may not be familiar with. These pieces are all wonderful in their own right, but sometimes fly under the radar, so we thought we'd share them with all of you. Before we continue though, we'll invite you to subscribe to the channel so you catch all of our upcoming videos on beautiful watches like the ones we look at today. In this video, we're taking a look at watches from Tutima, Meistersinger, Navrel, Laco, and Mühle Glashütte. These are some of our favorite German brands here in the store, and these are all unique watches that we figure maybe not everybody has seen and would be worth a highlight. We'll start with the Mühle Glashütte Terranaut. This is an interesting dive watch on the larger end of the spectrum at 44 millimeters in diameter with a 54 millimeter lug to lug. It's just 12.3 millimeters thick, however, and with this slim case, it's got a 300 meter water resistance. It's got a unique look for a dive style watch, but it does have some signature crown guards here on the right, and like I said, you get a nice look at that relatively slim case. A view of the underside gives us a look at this beautiful automatic movement. They use a Sellita base just like many others, however they do one of the best jobs in the industry at customizing and building it to their own specifications. This watch really has some impressive specifications with a very attractive design. My favorite feature on this beautiful watch is that they've incorporated an extremely fun pop of color with this orange strap and accent on the inside of the dial. This watch is certainly something that you won't see every day. Next up, we'll take things to the air with this beautiful pilot's watch from Laco. This is the Laco Saarbrücken, and it's very much a pilot-styled and sized watch at 45.5 millimeters, with a 53 millimeter lug-to-lug and 13.2 millimeters of thickness. It's powered by a Sellita automatic movement inside, which has been customized by Laco. This one has a very classic Flieger-style dial and hands to match. The interesting part for me here is this beautiful sandblasted case. This watch was awarded a German Red Dot Design Award and is definitely fitting of that kind of attention. Laco has an extensive history of producing World War II pilots' watches and keeps that theme alive with this beautiful watch. This one is fittingly large and is definitely a lot of fun. Our next watch is from a unique brand called Navrel. This is a beautiful 42 millimeter watch with a 49.5 millimeter lug to lug and just 10 millimeters of thickness. This one has 50 meters of water resistance and is certainly more on the dress watch side of things. The white dial on this watch is very classic and has a nice old-timey, nearly pocket watch kind of feel to it. The red 12 is an interesting and eye-catching accent on this gorgeous slim watch. I also really like that this one has the German Automatik down at the bottom. The high polished steel is a great finishing choice for this classic looking timepiece. We do have a see-through caseback on this one, and you can take a look at this Swiss-made automatic movement inside. This watch really wears great at 42 millimeters and is just a classic look and a fun watch. A bonus is this one falls on the more affordable end of the spectrum. Next up, we've got a look at this gorgeous Tutima M2 chronograph in titanium. This one certainly makes its presence known at 46 millimeters in diameter, with a 53 millimeter lug to lug and 15.7 millimeters thick. This one has an amazing customized chronograph movement with a unique minute tracking. This chronograph is very unique with these nearly hidden pushers here on the right side of the case, with a nice gripping texture. The external functionality is the same, with this top pusher starting and stopping the tracking, and with the bottom pusher being used to reset the timing, but as you see here, the minute tracking is with an additional hand. This was made for legibility for pilots, and a very unique innovation from Tutima as a brand. A nice firm push on this bottom pusher resets that tracking minutes and seconds hand. This is very much a unique functionality, but it's also a very unique look. It's extremely attractive and durable in this lightweight titanium. Because it's a lighter metal, even though it's large and comes on this bracelet, it's very wearable here on the wrist. For someone like me with an 8-inch wrist, this watch is an amazing fit. Tutima is such a fun and exciting German brand, so we had to include one of their amazing watches on this list. The final watch we'll look at today comes from Meistersinger. All Meistersinger watches are unique and interesting in their own way because they have that single-hand time-tracking design. This one's even more exciting as it's a limited edition, the Netherlands edition, made in bronze. The gray fume dial on this one accents beautifully with that bronze color on the case, and with a nice black crown over here on the left side of the case as opposed to the right. This one has a date display down at 6 o'clock with a magnifier over top. Aesthetically, this is such a standout watch and looks like not much else that you'll see. The tone of the bronze on this case is maybe one of my favorite that I've seen and has a nice matte texture to it. We still have a see-through case back and get a look at that Sellita-based customized Meistersinger movement. Timekeeping with just a single hand is like nothing else you'll see in the marketplace and really sets this apart. This watch wears great at 43mm and a 51mm lug-to-lug. It's just 11mm thick and wears pretty slim considering that larger size. When it comes to watchmaking, the Swiss will always be king, but Germany has done a great job of producing some fantastic and extremely well-made watches. Each of these watches is unique and wonderful in its own right, and we thought it would be fun to take this opportunity to share some under-the-radar pieces with all of you today. We hope you found something that you enjoyed and hopefully something new. As you can see, each one of these watches is catered to an individual and different tastes, but each one of them has something great in their own right. If you'd like to purchase any of these watches or any of our other watches, please visit us at righttime.com or give us a call. We're always happy to help. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.